The kit replaces, in fact, your intake system.
So we created that word.
Hi, I'm Joe Zamataro with PWC Muscle. I'm here with James Heintz of Sea-Doo. James, thank you for taking the time to do an interview.
Thanks for being here today.
Now, what's your position in BRP?
I am the global product manager for Sea-Doo, and I'm fairly new to the position. It's been about a month that I've been there. In that position, we're basically product-based, and it's a largely marketing position, but we work closely with design and engineering to make sure that we can offer products that the customer's really looking for and solving some needs that are within the industry.
All right, great. And talking about solving some needs, there's three basically new models that are being introduced this week. Starting off with the GTR, what can you tell us that what sort of changes have been made to this model?
Well, we have really exciting news this year, and it definitely starts in the performance segment with the GTR-X. What we've done here this year is we've taken the award-winning design that we saw on the RXP-X on the deck, and then we took the hull from the GTI, which is a little bit more forgiving and playful than what we have on the RXP, which is the T3 hull that's way more performance-based. So we've created a performance model that really bolsters value, but also maybe gives someone a little bit more confidence on one of these performance models. So as we can see, we have the full X package, so we have the adjustable handlebars, we have the footwell wedges for increased stability, and the full ergolock system that our performance line is known for to really give that rider power in the leg muscles to hold on to the watercraft as we're doing high-speed turns. Also, inside we have our new 1500 HO Ace motor, which is exciting this year. So that produces 230 horsepower and uses the base from our 260 model and top-end components from the 1630 Ace, which is our 300 horsepower model, to really create a nice in-between 230 horsepower range.
Riding this weekend, it's been a lot of fun. I love the RXP-X top deck that you have on it. The GTR 230 that's coming out now still has the original GTR top deck. Mm-hmm. Also, some changes were mentioned as to how the top deck is being manufactured.
Yep. Well, if you're familiar with our process from the past with our hull construction, we use a CM-Tech technology, which is a closed mold technology, and that produces a really smooth interior finish. So what we've done is brought that thinking to the top deck construction. So now we use that closed mold process, and during that closed mold process, we're using sheets of ABS and acrylic as the finishing gloss and the finishing coloring. So that's where we get our coloring, and what we've been able to do is reduce cost during manufacturing, because we don't need to have as much buffing and sanding and stuff to get a really nice high gloss finish. Mm-hmm. Also, since it's a sheet, it's way more flexible, so we're not seeing spider cracking anymore. We're not seeing easy chipping that we did with gel coat, and it's easily repairable. And as you can see in the sun, it really pops. That color is just very, very edgy and almost has a nice pearlescent look to it.
Oh, yeah, the colors really do look great in it. Looking forward to seeing more of what Sea-Doo puts out in the future for this new technology.
Absolutely.
Moving on, the next model that we're looking at is the Sea-Doo Spark Trixx.
Yep. And
this is a new take, obviously, on I guess, budget fun. Tell us a little bit about what you have coming out.
Well, everybody knows that in 2014 we released the original Spark, and that really just caused waves throughout the entire industry. We saw an increase in the industry initially of 20%, and that industry expansion has just occurred each year after that. So if we look at what Spark has done for the industry overall, we've really brought a lot of new people into the industry. So this year we wanted to kind of build on that momentum and that success and kind of bring a little wild child attitude in. So we put 3 new features onto what is a Spark 2-up with an IBR, and that really allows people to use the nimbleness and light attitude of the Spark to perform a wide variety of tricks. And if we just go through the 3 features really quick, we have an adjustable handlebar, which is adjustable on the front. So that gives us 6 inches of increased height on the handlebar when we compare it to the original Spark. Towards the back, we have some step wedges that are at 60 degrees angled so that when we go vertical, we can have really nice spots for the feet to get engaged, and we can use our weight almost to use the back of the boat like a rudder, so we can really steer it well. You can do a tail stand 360 a few times around once you get good. So that's great, but arguably the most interesting feature and the one that really controls the maneuverability of the boat is the new extended range variable trim system. And when we compare that to the original Spark, we're gaining 10 degrees of adjustment on the top end, so we're really able to get that pump a lot higher when we compare it to the old one, and that really exaggerates how we can push the nose out of the water. And then we also gain 2 degrees on the downward angle, so we can push it even further into the water when we're doing donuts and kind of get a submarine style.
So it's kind of designed a little bit for slow speed maneuverability. Can it still do all the things that the regular Spark can do?
Exactly. So yeah, the Trixx has the 900 HO Ace motor in it, which produces 90 horsepower. So we can get around that top speed about 50, as we saw in the original Spark. So if we don't want to use any of the features, we still have an original Spark. We can go around the buoy course or out for the day, and we've still got a great watercraft. But if we want to play close to the beach with friends and family at 2 miles an hour, the excitement is just to the roof, and everybody's really having fun. It's not only the rider that's enjoying it, but spectators and families are going to challenge each other. Friends are going to try and one-up each other. So it's really going to almost create a new segment that's based on this type of trick riding and more freestyle attitude.
I will say the videos really don't do it justice. Even going just a couple miles an hour, it's a lot more challenging, a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great model. It'll be fun to see how many people decide to retrofit some of their older Sparks just to be able to have that same sort of fun. The next model in the lineup that we have is that we're introducing is the GTI. Tell us what is different for this year.
Well, that's kind of an under-the-radar big news this year that we really want to focus on. So we took the mentality that we've been using in the Spark over the last few years, and we have brought it towards the more entry-level models in our recreation segment. So what we've done here on the GTS, the GTI, and the GTI SE is that we've taken the Poly-tec hull material and included it onto those 3 models, and we've also swapped out the motor for the 900 HO Ace 90 horsepower. So yes, we've reduced horsepower, but we've also reduced weight by 150 pounds by making those changes. So our power to weight ratio is very similar, and when we compare this year's GTI with the 900 HO Ace to last year's GTI with the 130, our playfulness and performance remains about the same. Their acceleration from 0 to 30 is exactly the same, and we only lose a little bit on the top end in terms of top speed. So that combination has really allowed us to bolster value for the consumer. We've reduced MSRPs across those 3 models. The GTS has dropped by $300. The GTI and the GTI SE have both dropped by $500. So you never really see that happening.
Yeah, that's one of the more amazing things that was able to learn from this press event. Was this is the second time now that you guys have taken a model and reduced the cost. With with the Spark coming out, it basically undercut every other ski on the market with still putting out a good product. You've just reduced costs here on the GTI. Are there any sacrifices that you can think of that are being made that someone should be wary of using, going from Poly-tec to, from the fiberglass comparisons?
Well, absolutely not. And BRP and Sea-Doo are known for being innovators, and we bring new materials, new features, new safety mechanisms to the marketplace, and we really allow customers to even further enjoy time on the water. And we're all about bringing new people to the sport, keeping them safe and keeping them happy. And so with the Poly-tec hull material, we aren't sacrificing any of that. Durability is almost 3 times more flexible than fiberglass, so when we have impacts, we're not seeing cracking or gel coat splintering or fiberglass that needs to be repaired. It's a very, very resistant material. We've done a few tests with sledgehammers, and I'm sure there'll be videos circulating soon of all of that, but it's a really, really durable material and really allows those entry-level customers who are most interested in stability on the water. They're not interested in going 75 miles an hour and getting there in 4 seconds. They want a great all-around watercraft for a really good price. So with all those customers we brought into the market with the Spark, Now if they want to move up to a full-size watercraft, that's even more accessible with these units. And we've created the most affordable full-size watercraft on the market with the GTS, which starts at $7,699 US. So that's really been big for a lot of people.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time with this interview.
Great. Thank you very much.
Look forward to putting the rest of the information of these models online. You can find the full details on pwcextreme.com, our forums. Be sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and as always, ride fast, ride safe, and we'll see you on the water.